Hello, First Mount Zion Real Masters Challenge small group. Welcome this evening. We got little bit different meeting here tonight because of the corona virus the episodes that we're going through. I know it's a tough time. People are away from work, but you're at home with your families enjoying yourself. So I hope you getting some stuff done and sharing time with your family, and tonight sharing some time with us. Hope you can hear the music in the background, courtesy of Tony Craddock Jr. I don't own the rights to this music, but give Tony a big hand for his work. And I'm going to be having him playing as we get into preparing and cooking some kebabs. So tonight we're going to be doing some chicken kebabs. I'm going to get my cameraman to pan the camera down so y'all can see what we got at the table. I know y'all tired of looking at me. There you go. Come on down a little bit more. Okay, there we go. So you can see what I've done. I've kind of pre-prepared all of our vegetables. So while y'all watching, I want to make sure I do one thing. I'm going to turn around and wash my hands. We got to make sure we do this, especially for right now. What do they call it? What do they call it? Oh, I got my sous chef in the background. My wife Pam, the best sous chef in the world. What's the name of the thing the COVID?
You wash your hands for 20 seconds.
Yeah, you wash your hands for 20 seconds. Get nice and clean. Kill all the viruses that you don't have. And one more second. 28, 29, 30 seconds. Okay. Nice and clean. And then we want to make sure we stay real clean. So I got back here to clean our cutting board that we're going to be using. Got some lemon juice. Just wipe it down. Clean, and we're going to wipe it down after we go from one meat to another. Okay, so what we're going to do tonight, we're going to be doing kebabs. And there's a lot of different kind of kebabs. You got more of an Indian style kebabs, Mediterranean, Caribbean style. And then you have kebabs that you can basically season to whatever taste you like. Tonight we're going to do some Cajun sausage kebabs. We're going to do some shrimp kebabs. And we're going to do some chicken kebabs. Okay, and then what we're going to be using is a few different products you can use. You got flat skewers. These are used a lot in European. Very good creation here. You got the typical round bamboo kebabs, and you also have several different kind of metal skewers that you can use also. Then you have some equipment that you can use. This is for, a novice, I guess. It helps you prepare your kebab. So we're going to see how this works also. And we're going to stack a couple kebabs in this and go from there. So what I've done, we have quite a few different ingredients that you can use. You can go way out. You can even get into fruit. But which we're not doing tonight. But you can use fruit and whatever vegetables that you like. So tonight we're going to be using zucchini and yellow squash. And what I did was I pre-cut. So you want to try to stay, to pretty much bite size. This will fit right in my mouth. So if you stay at around bite size, you'll be always come out pretty good, because a lot of these vegetables real shrink. So for example, show you how we did this vegetable. We have a zucchini. You can cut it in several different ways. You can go on angles like this. You gotta give you a certain look, because we know we grill masters, First Mount Zion grill masters, We go after the look. We want our food to look beautiful when we finish. So you can go on angles, still trying to stay in bite size. Depends on the size of it. The zucchini, you can cut it straight down the center and then continue your angle cuts. Try to go 1/4 of an inch or maybe a little thicker, because you don't want your shish kebabs all cooked all up and be soggy and mushy. You want them kind of al dente, nice crunchy vegetables. I know in the past, we kind of used to cooking our vegetables till they turn to mush, but the best way is nice and crisp and crunchy. So that's how we're gonna cut up the zucchini. So we'll put those to the side. Then we're gonna be using a few different kind of peppers. We use a standard green bell pepper. This was a big round green bell pepper. We're gonna be using the mini sweet peppers. This is red, but it's not hot. You want to cut the top off, quarter the seeds and everything out the middle. That's my trash basket. Got a little bowl for my debris. You core the small sweet peppers, core out the seeds and cut the tops off. And these come in orange, yellow, and red. And I'm sure if you can get these in green, but if you can get them in green, get them in green. But if not, use your regular size, typical bell pepper. And the bell pepper, you want to cut the top off, take the seeds out. And remember, we want to try to stay bite size. So cut down into it. Mostly want to go to about 1 inch square. And that'll pretty much give you your bite size. So here we have bite size pieces. Put those to the side. Go to your small sweet peppers. Cut the top off, core out the center. Cut it lengthwise. Then cut them pretty much bite size. Those are the sizes we got there. If you can see that. Let me show you some of these other beautiful bright pieces we have here. Nice and sweet yellow. Okay. Then what we have is these over here. You can use the grape tomatoes. These tomatoes here, if you can see the funny looking shape, I forgot what they were called, but tomatoes comes in a lot of different shapes and sizes and colors now. So we want to use some of these, and we're going to use those whole. We also have a nice firm, not real ripe, standard tomato, which we cut and we cut out the seeds out the inside. We're using just let's call it a wafer. And still, let's stay bite sized with these also. And next we have your typical sweet onion, a sweet red onion. My sous chef in the background just told me. Sweet red onion. You go a little larger on these because these usually tend to shrink up also. And then cut down through them 1 inch, 1.25 inches, and kind of leave these fairly large. Okay, we're also going to be using spring onion. Spring onion. And what we do with these, we want to use these also maybe a little more than 1 inch. Cut them on an angle, gives you a nice look. See, cut it on an angle. So when you put it on there, you're gonna have a thing of beauty. See that? So we're gonna take these, we're gonna put these aside. Okay, now we're gonna grab these babies. What we have here is mushrooms. And these are Bella mushrooms. Baby bellas, I think they call them. They're not the very large portobellos. You can use them, but they're a little more work. You're gonna have to cut them down. So we cut these maybe a little bit larger than bite size. But they all, let's see. See how big that is? Small it is? Okay. So we put these aside. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna be using some meat. So what we gotta do is turn around. Get our lemon juice here. Clean our cutting board. Okay. We're gonna go to, let's go to our sausage. This is it's a spicy andouille sausage. And it's basically smoked, so it's pre-cooked. So what you wanna do with these, you wanna go at least 1/4 inch thick, a little bit thicker, because sausage is actually pre-cooked, so it won't take a long time on the grill. Cut these, you want to go on an angle, unless you want to go with the round look, that's fine. It depends on what kind of look you're looking for with your finished product. So you just cut these on the angle, and I have some already pre-cut. These have a lot of flavor, so we're gonna put these aside here. They're done. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna season our chicken. So once again, we gotta sanitize our knife and our cutting board because we are using 2 different meats. So we're gonna rinse this well. Go back to our lemon juice. With our towel here, use one side for the knife. And the other side for the cutting board. And we want to make sure we stand clean because as we know right now, viruses and stuff is no joke. You set that aside. For this instance, sometimes I like to use a thick whole chicken breast. This time we have a thin chicken breast because we're going to be cooking on direct heat. But you don't always have to use chicken this thin. If you go with a thicker chicken breast, I suggest you cut your cubes at least 1 inch, 1 inch by 1 inch. These we're going to cut lengthwise, cut straight through. And we're still going to try to stay close to 1 inch, 1.5 inches long pieces. Just going to cut them up here. And cut them there. So that's how we cut our chicken up. And remember, if you use a big thick chicken breast, cut through it and try to cut at least 1 inch by 1 inch cubes. Excuse me. Hand sanitizer. On the coffee. Okay. What we're gonna do next, we're gonna go ahead and season our chicken breast. And what we're gonna be using for the chicken breast for a marinade. Oh, here we go. I have a this is a kebab seasoning that I use. There's a lot of seasonings out there. You can actually get kebab seasonings if you want a curry flavor. You can go curry. You can go a little more to the taste of Indian. But this here is just a standard kebab seasoning. And I have a special savory season that I use. And I can tell y'all about that seasoning a little bit later on, but it's a savory season that you use for vegetables. But we're gonna season our chicken with this seasoning. So just gonna go kind of lightly over the chicken. Don't eat a whole lot, because this is thin chicken breast. So we're going to go lightly on this seasoning, not real heavy, because we're going to use a little bit of this seasoning to finish off our skewers once we load them up. And you want to season your chicken. You want to at least let it marinate maybe about 3 hours. It's good for chicken. So we're going to set this aside, and then what we're going to do now, we're going to clean again, because that's a big thing right now that's going on, and we want to make sure we're doing it. Keep everybody safe. Clean our knife. Clean our board. And since I'm going to be using seafood, I'm gonna just go an extra step, and I'm gonna use a foil sheet for that. So I'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere. Just going to the cabinet. Okay. So we're gonna go with a foil sheet. Now keep us nice and safe. We have some large shrimp. You can use whatever size. The smaller shrimp, you can put a lot more shrimp on each skewer. But remember, they will draw up. These shrimp have been shelled and deveined. So what we're gonna do with these, we're gonna rinse this. What we're gonna do with these, we're gonna use some Old Bay, blackened Old Bay seasoning. We're going lightly on these. Just make sure you get it on the shrimp. Give them a little flip. Man, Tony's sounding good over there, ain't he? Give your shrimp a little flip there. Save a little bit of that seasoning. Take your shrimp, and your shrimp, you don't have to marinate these for very long. They'll turn too much if you do. Don't require a lot of marinating time. Okay, so there we have our shrimp marinade. Our meat, all our meat marinades there are done. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna clean up a little bit again. And I'm gonna get this seafood off my fingers. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and build some shish kebabs. So I think what we'll do is we're gonna try to stay on the smaller side tonight. So we're gonna use the flat skewers. What they'll do for you is when they're flat, so once you slide your product through, unlike the old bamboo skewer, these will allow you to be able to flip your kebabs without the skewer turning and the meat rolling around on the skewer. So what you do with these, and with this thingy, okay, you put your veggie in there like that. You go ahead and stack it. Oh, I'll put that aside. And what you want to do when you're stacking them, you kind of go off of what you like to taste. Zucchini is a little bland, so you might want to put some sausage right next to a piece of zucchini. And then go on the other side of the zucchini and put another flavor on the other side of that. Let's see if we can get this thing to work, y'all. Then let's put that there. And what you want to do, try to get you a nice color profile going. You know, kind of mix your colors up. Get your textures of your different vegetables in there. And let's put some yellow in there. Get some yellow in there. Another piece of sausage in there. And just build it up. Get some color and some taste in there. So get some green in here. Tomatoes. Little tomatoes on that down here. Like that. Let's get a little round one in here. That might hold it all in. Oh, let's get a piece of spring onion in here on the back end. So we're gonna hold it like that, and let's see if we can get this squirrel to go in. So you squeeze it in a little bit. It's just good. They got a little slot there if you can close it up. But we can't close it up, so we're gonna get it squirrel in it. Come through. Trying to go right down the center of everything. We're doing pretty good. Got just about everything in it. It's working pretty good, y'all. Gonna push it. And you might wanna, oh, missed my tomato. Let's get that in there. And what'll happen is if you cut these vegetables pretty much the same size, you should be able to kind of cram them in there and come out with I had it up too high. Come out with a pretty good looking product right there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna see if we can do a little bit better than this. But this is one of our Cajun ones. So over here in my grill pan that I take my food out to the grill, I'm putting them in sections. So we're gonna put this one here. So this time let's try packing it a little tighter and see how we come out. So we're gonna go with sausage, zucchini, go with onion, pack it in there, see if we can push that through a little tighter this time. See what we get. And, oh, we forgot mushrooms last time, y'all. Let's put a mushroom in there. Another sausage. I need some more color, right? Let's go with some red. Go on that one. Let's see. Let's see how we go with that. And let's see if we can squeeze it closed a little bit. Let's see if this is gonna work better. Well, let's try. That's what we all about, because gadgets are fine. You know, we see, but everybody got the idea. So what we're gonna do with this gadget right now is we're gonna slide these on down. Get that on down. Put another piece of meat on it. A couple of pieces of spring onion. Top it off with one of these little babies. Right there. Then what we're gonna do is take this gadget thingy right here. We're gonna put it over here to the side. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna really get to work. And these, and we soak these skewers, so it makes everything more easy to come off. So we're gonna hurry along here a little bit, and with the magic of cameras, we're gonna speed it up to another point. So don't go nowhere.